Good morning, everybody. So I am working again with Tuff, my 11-year-old Carolina Marsh Tacky. We are at Liberty. I don't normally do very much riding with him. We do mostly our Liberty work. Like I said, we're pretty positive he has kissing spine. Sometimes I will mount him. I do mount him today, but it's only for a short period of time. But I wanted y'all to be really aware of what's going on here. This was the day that the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade, and there were a lot of emotions. And I was on my phone the whole time and not being present. As you can tell, Tuff keeps trying to get my attention back to being present and mindful with him, and he keeps trying to get my attention, and I keep trying to stare at my phone. And this is what I really love about this horse is he's really intuitive, and he used to be really shut down and blocked off and didn't really communicate with the person, and now that's completely changed, and you can really see it that he was just kept poking and prodding at me until I put the phone away and became more present with him. And we spent about 20 minutes just standing around and drinking coffee, and I'd laid my phone down, and he had followed me around a bit. And so then I just wanted to see if I got up on the chair, if he would line himself up and to let me get on. I was very, very emotional this day. I wasn't feeling the best. My body was really tight and constricted. But he lined his own self up, and he's a little bit farther back. I can't really get on him, from this angle. So I just stood there and loved on him, and just to kind of see if he would start lining himself up. This particular part of the video is in live time. The earlier parts of the videos was sped up, and a lot of it was cut out because it was probably about 30 total minutes, and it's just a long time just to sit and watch. You can kind of see it just takes a little bit of time. I'm just kind of waiting on him. Tuff is not really the one that you can really push very hard. If you start pushing him too hard, he just shuts down and doesn't respond at all. So there, I asked him for a step forward, and he gave it to me. And just keep rubbing him and trying to regulate my own nervous system, syncing our breathing in together so that I can start relaxing. At this point, we're kind of training in opposite. It's usually me trying to get him to relax more. Here it is. He's trying to get me to relax more. And then he's got some good licking and chewing going on, and I can tell like he's ready, like he wants me to get on. And I do mount up for just a few seconds. Like I said, I'm very stiff, and my body is not in a good place on this particular day, and so my mount up was pure shit. So do not come at me for what happened once I got up there and on there, because it's pretty terrible. But I'm really proud of how Tuff responded with it, especially since we're at Liberty. I don't have any ropes on. I don't have any treats. I don't have anything. No neck rope, anything like that. And he finally gets up to where he is close enough and in position where I could try to get on. And again, I said that did not go well. And so I just laid on him and rubbed him and hugged him for a little bit. It kind of as an apology for getting up there kind of crappy. And he still remembers. He has a really good foundation from his beginning training. He remembers everything. He knows what to do and how to do it. And he self flexes, and then he'll self back up. Just kind of tickles. So I start giving him the cue to back up when he naturally just starts doing it. So I'm just kind of sitting back and kind of pulling on his hair, just to start working on that. And then I just asked him to go forward, and then I just slid back off. And the main reason I didn't really do anything more than that is because of where I was mentally on this day. And I'm really, really happy with how Tuff responded with that, and how he's coming into me to help me relax, versus all the many, many hours of me working to relax in him. He's turned around and he's giving it back to me today, and you can kind of see that in the way that he's acting and responding, and he's staying with me for no reason. I mean, he could go out there in the pasture and eat. All that's open back there, and he doesn't have to stay here, beside me, but he does. So I'm really, really happy with that day's session with him.